Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. You can do the same at the Grizzly Gentleman for some fantastic beard products that'll make your beard look and smell great. You can also go to TCG Player using the affiliate link below and shop there to help support the show. And last but absolutely not least, go to greyvikinggames.com with the link below to get those sweet arena codes. What is up, Planeswalkers? Justin, aka Six, back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena, and today we're playing more Exploring in the Explorer format. And we're playing Lord Bolas. Now, I've been playing Historic Bolas since the format's inception. I've been playing Bolas Control essentially since Arena started. I love it. I love the playstyle. I love doing it. It's great. It's awesome. And now we've been given Explorer. And the main difference between the historic version of Bolas and the Explorer version of Bolas is that Fires of Invention is not nerfed. Fires of Invention is just 4 mana here. And being just 4 mana is actually huge. Being able to play this on 4 directly into one of these cards is great. It's absolutely great, and I cannot stress enough how good that is, being able to play this on 4. So how are we taking advantage of this? Well, for one, Fires doesn't want you to be casting spells at instant speed. You can't do it. You just can't. So, in order to still have effects that activate at instant speed, we have things like these 2 channel cards, as well as the channel lands that I should have, all of. And we have Mazemind Tome, which can allow us to draw a card. We are able to use our mana at instant speed for some decent card effects. But also, one of the great things about Fires of Invention is that it makes it so we don't have to pay mana to cast spells. As long as we have a sufficient number of lands, we can just play whatever. So we have Mastermind's Acquisition. This is a tutor that can hit anything in your main deck or in your sideboard, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, you might have seen versions running Fae of Wishes. However, Fae of Wishes, 1, cannot get cards that are in your deck. And 2, it cannot get creatures. We can. And sometimes we do. So, this deck can be best of 3, and that's actually what I play as, even though we have a wish board, as it were. The fact that Mastermind's Acquisition can get a card in the deck means that if we're putting these cards, the cards that we want to sideboard in whatever matchups, in the deck, we aren't losing them from our wish board. We're just now putting them in the main deck, giving us an even higher chance of drawing those cards. It's fantastic. So what we can do is, once we have Fires out, we can cast Masterminds, go get whatever, and then we can cast whatever we got for free. It's fantastic. We do still have some of the usual good cards, Bloodchief's Thirst. I've currently swapped out Thoughtseize for Thought Erasure. I just want to see how it plays, since we are going to be having Xander's Lounge, which means it's going to come in tap. We're going to have more turn 1s that do come in tap, so I want to check that out. And of course, Maestros Charm has been absolutely beautiful for me. I've only really ended up using the last 2 abilities because they can help me not die, and they can help me not die, and typically that's what I have to deal with. So that's the gist of the Bolas deck. Let's look at a few of the key cards in the sideboard here. The main decks we kind of wanted to look out for are the Winota decks and the Azorius control decks. So for things like Winota, obviously we have Weathered Runestone, make it so she just can't get that. But we also have things like Necromantia to literally just take Winota out of the equation completely. Being able to cast Farewell, only obviously if we have Fires, is something that can be very helpful against a Winota strategy. But we also have access to just Enter the God Eternals, something that can allow us to gain a little bit of life and have a blocker that does decently well against Winota. Against the control deck, we have Thought Distortion and Chandra Awakened Inferno. Both of these things cannot be countered. Go F yourself. We also have, things like Narset, got Alrund's Epiphany, just in case we want to be rude, and Hellbreaker Horror, again, just in case we want to be rude. A lot of the sideboard is subject to massive changes, but this is what I came up with for now. We also have that Patrician's one of, what's the word I'm looking for? Best of 3, Ranked Explorer, best of 3, cool. Bolas. Field of the Dead, Field of Ruin. And find a good match. I'm still eating my milkshake from dinner. This hand looks fine. It's slow. But we are going first. And I do like going first. deck is my opponent playing? I mean, that's a good pickup. We're going to leave up our Mirrorshell Crab here. Mono red essentially cannot do anything to enchantments. I did forget about that card. Blast Zone theoretically can do things. Is this mono red artifacts? This is painful and I don't appreciate it. Okay. Let's go ahead and play Fires into Crux. Non-dragons. I literally have to do that every single time. Yup. This is pain, but next turn I can hold up Hive.
Will resonate throughout the multiverse. I outsmarted you eons ago.
I don't like not casting a spell. Not casting a second spell, but I think it's just better to hold my things. Go away. Do you attack my Bolas or do you attack me? I don't know if that's correct.
A feeble effort.
I'm at 9.
Let your weak minds crumble.
Is there a reason for me to play Fires here? No, I don't think so. What the fuck is happening? I hope we all can't hear that. There's some nonsense going on in the basement. And unfortunately... See, that's just rude. Oh my god, please attack. Curses. It's like they knew.
The whole of the multiverse will bend to my will. Witness a mote of my power.
If I did... This needs a Planeswalker, right? Yeah. I guess I can do this at instant speed. Sure, it's fine, I guess. Interesting. Mm-hmm. They should attack me. I don't get that. Welcome back, Bolas.
I have other plans.
I would like to draw anything good. My deck is just filled to the brim. Okay. This is actually not bad.
No weakness I cannot exploit.
I get to shoot this and I have a blocker for a den. Don't mind if I do. Opponent is down to 1.5 cards. Cool. We did it. Da Vinci. I didn't even realize I saw Chandra's Regulator. Okay, it looks like they're trying to just play Chandra theme deck, I guess? I like main deck and the God Eternals. It's kind of it, though. I could name Den of the Bugbear. Oh no. Yes. Will I take 2 to kill that? Yeah, I guess. I don't want them to ramp into a 3-drop. Kill that too. Okay. Next turn I can hold up Maestros Charm. Maestros Charm's great because it deals just 5 damage to a creature or planeswalker. Cool. Hold up Maestro's Charm. If they don't do anything that I care about, we just use it to get a... Okay, they kept 3 lands. Yeah, I think I want Mazemind Tome here. Mazemind Tome can get me more lands. This isn't online until the next, yeah. Okay. So we scry on upkeep. I mean, if they play a land and lose their... and then lose a land from blaspheming my Mazemind Tome, I'm super stoked about that. It's Sharon. She is scary, don't get me wrong.
Hey, over here. This'll be easy.
Never mind. I'm chilling. Only I can have a planeswalker.
Whatever. Figure it out on your own.
Hey. So they could play a land to kill my Bolas, but I think I'm fine with that. Because then they're going to have a goblin left over for me to gobble up, as it were. Probably just do that. Yeah, this is a Chandra themed deck. Do like Vantress here.
My schemes are never ending.
Yeah, they can Otawara or Sokenzan, depending on what I need to do. Seems good. As I've said, these lands were such a huge boon. I mean, Channel in general coming back, such a huge boon for Fires decks. I could bounce my own Bolas here. And I think I will. I think it is worth trying to save my Bolas. Even if they commit another card to killing my Bolas, I still think it's just the correct... Yeah.
I will return.
Especially considering I have Castle Vantress here. Yeah... Oh, you... Well... I'll use Vantress. Beautiful. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could go get a Xander and plus her. Or I can play this and get Big Bolas to teach him who's boss. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Oh, you know what? I could just casualties here. Alright. Yeah, I would have just picked casualties. Alright, we're moving on up in the world. Go ahead and see if we can get another good match. I don't have time to record more. This is going to be a freaking one-match game. One-match video. Oh well. Probably just upload the second videos. Or the second... Upload the full videos to the second channel. So if people want to watch my despair, they can. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. It also gives people, like, incentive to check out the second channel. Yeah, so this video, probably going to be very short. Or, I guess, probably has been very short. The reason for that is... it's just bad. Just sad mulligans, heavy discard. I was just taking hits left and right, and it did not feel good. And I'm gonna keep trying this editing thing, and I'll upload the full vids to the second channel. I think what I might do is just have them release early for the patrons, and then some number of days afterward they're public, something like that. Death and Taxes Explorer is much better. Honestly, the biggest issue is just a lack of a good 4-mana removal spell. Before this weird video ends, I'm going to double check MTG Goldfish and look at Pioneer. Wow. I mean, there are technically Rakdos decks, but... Or, like, they're technically decked with black in them, but... What's 5-color Fires looking like? That is a Bant deck that happens to run... Yeah, that is a Bant deck that happens to run red cards and Yark, which is not really black representation. 4-color Fires, obviously removing black. Allegedly Grixis Control? I have not seen this. What does this look like? It is a singleton deck with Lutri. Yeah. So many of these cards are just from the very most recent sets. Like, this deck is almost entirely Explorer legal. And that honestly makes me sad. If you're unsure why it makes me sad, feel free to leave a comment and I will absolutely type out a nice conversation with you. Greasefang. All of the actual control decks are white and don't even really play black. There's like black decks, but they're all aggro decks, really. Rakdos Sack, Mono black aggro, mono black devotion, which I guess is more of a aggro mid-range, but still. Junsack, which is just Rakdos Sack that happens to use green. Mardu Grease Fang, Rakdos mid-range, which, you know, is a mid-range deck. But there's just no real black control deck. That Grixis control deck is a haha joke. That's depressing. Anyway, I'd like to thank my lovely patrons for continued support. If you'd like to join them in supporting the show, you'll find links in the description down below. Of course, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, all will be one.